What's up, Bills Mafia? Happy Women's History Month. We're celebrating the month by showcasing various wonderful women who are connected to the Bills in different ways. Today, we have someone so exciting joining us. It's Dr. Thomasina Stenhouse. She's the president of Board of Directors for the Buffalo Bills Foundation. And I want to start right there, Tina. Okay. How did you come into that role with the Buffalo Bills Foundation?
Thank you, Maddy. I came into it via a classmate in the Leadership Buffalo class of 2005, best class ever. Gretchen Getter and I were classmates, and we remained very close after that year in Leadership Buffalo. And then in 2014, when I retired from Moog Incorporated, she knew that I was not working full time, and she and another classmate, Rima Hanash, kind of sandwiched me in during one of our social gatherings and said, "You need to join the Buffalo Bills Foundation board." I was like, tell me about it. And so she told me about it, and I was excited that they would even think of me to join. What they were doing was just so exciting, and the potential to impact our community in such a positive way was something I couldn't resist. So I joined the board.
The Bills are such a big brand. They're recognized nationwide, and in Buffalo, everybody knows the Buffalo Bills. And getting to be involved with the Bills Foundation and all the good that's happening through that foundation, what excites you most about what's going on right now?
Right now, and actually over the last 5 years, we chose the focus of food inequity, food disparities.
Yes.
And that's exciting because if you love Western New York, and I do, and then you learn about the significant food disparity that's in our city and in our region, the opportunity to impact that in a positive way is something's very exciting. It energizes me. It fuels my energy. It fuels my focus. And if we can impact that and move the needle on that in any way, it's just so worthwhile and rewarding.
Yeah, it really is. How have you seen an impact already with how the Bills Foundation has shifted their focus to that?
Well, it's interesting. We are now in the process right now of measuring our impact over the last 5 years. It's only been 5 years. We did a strategic plan, and we said for 3 to 5 years this will be our focus, but we didn't have any measurements in that. So we started building it. We didn't even know, well, where's the food disparity table? How do we get a seat at that table so that we can learn about it? We know it's an issue, but we had never worked in that arena. And so over the last 5 years, what we've done is we've built a network. And I think happenstance, maybe not happenstance, maybe it's divine intervention. We made all the right connections early on, and we identified the organizations that are feeding the neediest in our community. And we've established relationships with them. We've been supporting them. And so now we're at a point 5 years in where we are recognized as an organization, as a foundation that is working in that arena, and people are coming to us. We are actually putting together convenings of these various organizations. They were doing their work in their respective communities, but they didn't really know each other. And so we don't have to ask where the table is. We set the table and we invite people to the table now. So that's an impact that we've made. But in terms of measuring, the degree to which we've lessened food disparity, we're working with a consultant right now to try to put those measurements in place so that we can say, yes, yay or nay, we have moved the needle.
And connecting people can sometimes just be the fire starter to what needs to happen for actual change to come. And I think it's so cool that you guys recognize those leaders in the community and pick them out and say, hey, let's all come together and figure out how to make this work, instead of the Bills Foundation saying, I know how to make it work. You're looking at other people and saying, we need to have a conversation about how we can make this work and how we can enact change. And it's not just with the Bills Foundation. You are heavily involved in the community. Women United is one thing that you're doing through United Way, which helps improve the health and wellness among women and children in Buffalo and Erie County. And you're very involved in United Way as well. What do you love most about what's going on right there?
Oh my gosh, United Way, I've been involved in it. I actually did a tally. It's close to 40 years.
Wow.
And I'm currently on the board. I'm on the governance committee. And yes, I'm on the advisory board for Women United. what I love about the United Way is they do the research. They identify where the greatest need is in our community. I don't have to do that. They do that for me. I don't have deep pockets, but I want the little bit that I have to have the greatest impact, because United Way does the research, they identify the needs, and then they multiply what I give them to reach the greatest, where the greatest need is. That's what I love about United Way. They are the single agency that does that on a broad Buffalo and Erie County scale. They've identified that 40% of our community is asset limited, income constrained, Alice, and employed. Asset limited, income constrained, employed. They did that research. They identified that. That's mind-boggling. So anyone who cares about our community should be concerned about that, and want to have their monies, whatever they can donate, multiplied to lessen that. We've got to bring that down.
Yeah. Speaking about caring about our communities, what is your advice to women who want to get involved in the community and pouring back into the community that they've been a part of for so long, but don't know where to get started?
Oh my gosh, there's something called, I hope I get this right, Volunteer Western New York.
Okay.
Go online. There are so many volunteer opportunities, and I would say volunteer. Every nonprofit is looking for volunteers. You can go online, you can find it. You can go call United Way, go on their website. They have a brand new website. You could look up volunteer opportunities in Western New York. Google it. There are so many. Leadership Buffalo was another organization. They put out their, I think it's weekly. I don't know, I get so much mail. I think it's weekly. And they have in there volunteer opportunities. Everybody is looking for volunteers. So if you care, if you've got something to give, give it.
You have volunteered so much time into this community. You've been on so many different boards and have helped change happen in Western New York. How has volunteering and pouring so much time into the community, how has that shaped you as a woman?
Oh my gosh, it's humbled me, but it also, it fuels me. It brings me great joy. It's so rewarding when you see the need and you know that you can do something, even if it's a little thing, to help meet that need. It's rewarding. It moves me.
Yeah.
It moves me to action.
This is the month of March. It's Women's History Month. What do you hope people get out of a month like this?
Well, it's women's history. And historically, women have proven to be very powerful. One woman can do a lot, but when they come together as a collective,
watch out.
And so I want them to take that away. Look at the history. Look at the historical achievements of women, of all kinds. History. It's not history. It's really her story.
I like that.
If you look at American history, it's really her story through and through. So learn the history and be motivated by it, and then do something.
And some of the history that is not always taught to us is amazing to find out. And you're like, wait, what? Woman did this? Woman did that? Wow, it's so motivating.
Did you see the movie 6888? When I saw that movie, I came away, first of all, just so inspired. But then I said, how many more of these stories are out there that we don't know?
That we don't
to your
know.
point, there's so many. So let's learn the ones we do know, and then, if you're motivated, do a little research, because there are more out there.
Yeah.
It's really her story.
Yeah. Well, flipping it to the Bills, we got this wonderful helmet on our desk here. You talk about coming together and how women, anybody can be more powerful when they come together as a team. The Bills were a team where last year a lot of people kind of counted them out because they lost some big players, but they came together and found a way to have another incredible season. We're in the off season now, but what are you excited about for this upcoming season?
The Super Bowl.
I like it. Call it now.
Playoffs, Super Bowl.
Call it now.
It's our time. It's our time, and we have the talent. We have the leadership. So why not?
Why not? I love that answer. A lot of people are saying that this is a team that has that type of potential already. We're not sure what the roster is going to look like just yet, but we know we have our quarterback, Josh Allen, and everybody says, you got Josh Allen, anything is possible.
Absolutely. And we believe that.
Yes.
We believe.
I like it. Herstory and believe. Let's write that down in the notes for this interview. Dr. Thomasina Stenhouse, thank you so much for joining us today to talk a little bit about Women's History Month and all the amazing work you're doing in our community. Thank you so much for all that you do.
Thank you.